All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops and great millstone for teaching me this truth. Brother Rabbi Nap coming up with the lesson was well said about my whole damn camera thing broke. So this new one, man, hopefully, well, a cheap one, man. You can get it for $20 at Walmart if you didn't know that, man. It kind of sucks, but we'll do the job, man. You never know when you got a substitute. But anyways, we use this as an opportunity to bring the word out. There's a lot's going on, man. Duck said he's gonna bomb Iran, so these are the type of things that, you know, we look forward to, man. We hope he does bomb Iran, blow that place up. Let's stop, you know, tit for tatting with these people, man. Okay? Now, to a lot of y'all, that might sound crazy, but hey, man, prophecy needs to be fulfilled. And that's why the Lord set him up to be the president, man. So you can bring about what you don't want to see. The scriptures tell you in Revelation, chapter 11, I'm going to start there. In verse number 14, I'll get it in the NLT. No, the NLT ain't hitting. Revelation 11 and 14 in the KJV. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah, the second world war. Woe means death and destruction. So the second woe passed. Let's see when the second world war ended. I believe that 1945, somewhere around there. Second world war years. 1939 and 1945. So that's when the second woe passed, and the third woe cometh quickly. And we've been in the third woe for a while now. Okay? We've been in the third woe for a while. They've been calling it the Cold War, but clearly it's starting to heat up. You read about news about North Korea, and North Korea is gonna start, you're gonna hear more in the news about North Korea doing more missile testing, because America and Japan were doing military, America, South Korea, Japan, they're doing military drills. So whatever his name is over there, he's gonna start shooting nukes up again. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me grab that article. And that's good. He should, because he knows when the devil comes over there, they're not falling for his tricks anymore. You come near me, I'm gonna start setting up shop, man, to go to war with you. You're not just sitting around thinking that he's your friend, like the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. See, the heathen understand that that's their enemy. And more as we get to the end, the whole world's gonna start to understand that. Okay, North Korea, nuclear test news. It says North Korea sent 3,000 more troops to Russia, according to self-assessment. North Korea sent around 3,000 additional troops to Russia in January. This is from AP News. In February, in continued support for Russian President Vladimir Putin's war on Ukraine. South Korea's military said Thursday in its latest assessment. The South's Joint Chief of Staff said North Korea has also been sending more missiles, artillery, equipment, and ammunition to help Russia, and that North Korea could increase its weapon supplies further depending on the war situation. So they're all for it, man. They're supporting on the other side. Okay? They're all for it, but trying to get to the nuclear testing. That wasn't even what I was looking for. Yeah. Nuclear-armed North Korea threatens U.S. with overwhelming response. That's what it says. North Korea. This is from Newsweek.com. So Salakia for that. That was a different article. So they at least, hey man, it's all the spirit, man. So he's supporting whatever Russia's doing, all the propaganda you hear. North Korea is all for it, man. Okay, it says North Korea has condemned the joint exercises held last week by the U.S., Japanese, and South Korean navies, the first trilateral drills of the second Trump administration. State media warned that any further provocations would be met with an overwhelming response from Pyongyang. So there you go, man. Let the weak say I am strong, man. Let me grab that, Joel 3:9. So a place like North Korea is talking big shit against a world power like America. It's supposed to be the greatest, strongest power. Well, why is he talking shit like that? Shouldn't he be scared? Doesn't he understand the history of America, how they just they just destroy militaries? Joel chapter 3, verse 9. I'm going to read this in the NLT. It says, say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack. Exactly, man. So the way you could do that is start making sure your missiles are ready for the attack, man. You got to be, it's just like basketball, man. You got to be on defense and offense, man. You got to make sure you're ready when you prepare for a war. They know they're coming against Babylon. Is he going to start swinging an old ancient sword because he knows that Esau's coming? No, he's going to start preparing his modern day sword, these missiles. Okay? You're going to make sure, hey, how long is it going to take for it to, get from A to B? Probably already got all the targets he wants in South Korea. Just in case they come by the sea, he got to prepare for that too. You got to prepare for an aerial attack. You got to prepare in case Russia ain't there to help him when he needs him, or China in a specific situation. He got to make sure he can defend himself before anybody else comes and helps him. Okay? Sort of like what Ukraine should have done. They should have considered the cost. Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Exactly. Let you turn your farming utensils into your farming tools into military tools, and the swords, sharpen them up. Okay? Because you're not going to be tilling the ground, man. You're going to be preparing for war, or you ain't going to have any land to till when this devil comes in and bombs your place up. Okay? So that's what's going on right now. Let me keep continuing in this article. It says why it matters. It says South Korea and Japan are both treaty allies of the United States and fall under its extended deterrence policy, which includes the so-called nuclear umbrella. The U.S. also maintains tens of thousands of troops in each country, military deployments that North Korea routinely denounces as provocative. Exactly. Of course you're provoking them. First of all, you're not even Asian. Didn't you blow up Japan? Why are they your allies? This is why it doesn't make sense. Japan's going to turn around. They're going to shoot nukes on this place too if they have any. But more importantly, all these nations are going to come against Babylon and Israel. America and Israel. They're going to be fighting up against, the whole world's going to fight up against them. Okay? And then they're going to be fighting up against Yahweh Shah. All right? Going. It says, since late 2023, the three nations have deepened their security cooperation in response to continued threats from North Korea's nuclear-armed Kim Jong-un regime, and China moves to assert regional dominance and threaten Beijing claims self-ruled Taiwan. Exactly. So you're trying to come in through Taiwan, South Korea. But those are losing battles, man. And these heathen know it, man. They see what's going on in Ukraine. This devil will back out of it there and leave you fucking dead. He'll fund you to a point, and then he'll run on you. But he's not going to do that with Israel. Okay? Israel is his real woman. Israel and Babylon are. See, the woman's the head of the beast, but the head of the woman is Amalek. Okay? He's controlling that woman. That's the chief. That's the chief tribe of Esau. He's running it. The scriptures tell you the least of the flock should draw them out. That's what's going to happen. That's why Amalek is going through Syria right now, killing the citizens. He just killed like 7 women and some kids, man. He don't give a fuck. He's killing news reporters. Anyone that talks about him, he's blowing them up, he's putting them to death. Okay? So it's a scary thing, man. You gotta have the spirit of the Lord on you to come out and talk about this damn red-headed small hat. This damn rat, man. You gotta have the spirit of the Lord on you, man. Or you won't say anything because you want your life. You love your life here. You won't have no life, man. Amalek's the damn enemy, man. Okay? And we're gonna talk about it. but you gotta have you have to be authorized by the Lord. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you ain't got no life here, man. You don't even know who your enemy is. And after he's finished doing all that, guess what? He got an MOTB coming to you. So he's gonna be at war with you too, here in your own homeland that you love so much. You're gonna be his perpetual slave. Okay. Let me see. Am I finished with that? Just a little bit more. It says what to know. It says the tripartite drills held from March 17th to 20 near South Korea's Jeju Island focused on Carl Vinson aircraft carrier strike group. They aim to enhance allied coordination, the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command said in a statement released Thursday. So they're preparing for war. So everyone's preparing for war, long story short, including North Korea. Okay, beast of the flock. This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon in his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Yes, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them, man. Talking about the small hat, man. He's gonna be the reason why America goes to war with the rest of the world. And all these nations are going to turn around and fight against it, including the EU, including all these Arab countries. They're gonna gather together and they're gonna shoot nukes on Babylon. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and 26. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. Exactly, man. He knows all those who sin against him. He knows Esau, Edom, the son of perdition, the wicked one, the lawless one. Hey, man, he's gonna be sent over to death and destruction. That's that woe. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the heavenly Father shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Okay? For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the heavenly Father shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Yeah, he's not going to deliver you because you have sinned against him. Okay? And that includes 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who want to follow this devil, who want to listen to this devil. Okay? Not knowing who you are, while the Lord got, the prophets on the scene to come bring it out to you. But you don't want to hear. But whether you hear or forbear, hey, this is still going to happen. 2nd Ezra 15 and 28. Behold, a horrible vision, in the appearance thereof from the east. Yeah, the east, the Middle East. There's a horrible vision. Okay? 2nd Ezra 15 and 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Exactly, man. These different chariots, these dragons of Arabia, talking about all these Arab countries coming together. Okay? Hey, that's a scary sight. It's a scary sight, man. Because right now they kind of separated. They got the Sunni Muslims and the I forgot the other group. I forgot the name of it, man. But there's multiple different types of Muslims. Just like there's multiple different types of Christianity beliefs. But they're gonna settle their differences and learn that, hey, we got a common enemy, and it's Esau, Edom. Okay? This is what this is talking about. It says, 2nd Ezra 15 and 30. Also the Carmanians, which are the modern day Persians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Exactly, man. So they got nukes. or if they don't have it already, they're gonna have it, and they're gonna waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Okay, so clearly they got beef with Israel. This is gonna get destroyed, man. It's gonna be rebuilt in the kingdom, but it's gonna be destroyed just like Babylon. That's what's prophesied in the Bible, and you can see this starting to form. You can see it coming together. You can see how the Lord's words are pure, man. And it's starting to, all the lies Esau did to cover it, it's still been made pure, man. We're starting to see that all the dross is coming away from it that he try to put into the oil, man. Try and destroy Yahweh Shai, but you can't destroy it. You can't destroy this word. Now, eventually, the Lord's gonna take the word off the street so you don't hear it, you know. But by the time that comes, a lot of things are gonna happen. Ain't gonna be no freedom of speech. Ain't gonna be none of that. He's gonna try to suppress everything he's doing in the Middle East because it's about to get ugly out there. Here it is, these reporters that he's killing. What are they reporting on? How they ain't even hitting Houthi targets. They're not hitting people, these Hamas targets. Look at Gaza, man. They're destroying, they're going against the residents. And I was watching Dabu 7, he was saying the same thing. Look at what's going on in Ukraine, man. They're just driving up on people, sending the men, throwing them just throwing them into a war. These are regular residents, man. So that's the same thing that's happening with the rest of these residents and the rest of these people that come up against them. That's a clear sign Amalek's still here, man, that he's Amalek. Because that's what he did to Israel when they first came out of Egypt. Amalek was killing the hindermost. People that were way behind, the old, the young, people that couldn't stand up with the, more stronger people. Let me grab that actually. Oh, let me finish this first. And then shall, 2nd Esdras 15:31, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Yeah, they're going to remember themselves. Okay? These different Arab nations, they're going to put away their differences, and they're going to come together, just like Turkey. Turkey's part, when you read Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, Turkey is Gomer. Okay? In modern day Gomer, they're part, they already trying to separate from, being allies with the U.S. And they're already condemning some of the acts of Israel. Okay? And they're a nuclear capable power. That's not somebody you want to go up against that's close to, that's in that region. So all of these nations, they're going to come together and they're going to fight against Amalek and Esau. Remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Exactly, man. It's going to be tough over there. Okay? But that's what's going to happen, man. It's all about the valley of Jehoshaphat, where the Lord's going to judge them. He's going to judge these nations. There's going to be a great slaughter over there. So him attacking Iran it's all going to fulfill all of this that we just spoke about. Okay? They're going to remember their nature. Let the weak say I'm strong. They're the ones preparing for battle. They think that if they attack them now, then that will, destroy their military capability. But according to the scriptures, that ain't gonna do nothing but set off Ezekiel 38 chapter. Let me read it in the NLT. Ezekiel 38:1 in the NLT. This is another message that came to me from the Lord. Son of man, turn and face Gog of the land of Magog, the prince who rules over the nations of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Okay, Gog, which is the prince of Rosh when you look into the blue letter. And that's talking, we believe the prince of Rosh is who's the prince right now? Mr. Putin. Okay? In the land of Magog. Okay, that's going in Gog's land, Russia. And prophesy against him. Yeah, we're prophesying against him too. Because the Russians and the Americans, they're both Edomites. But the Lord kept it that way where they're going to fight up against each other. That's why they can't rule forever. They both from the same nation, man, of Edom. Okay, they should be working together and holding the whole world hostage, but they're not. They don't want to do that because the Lord put something in their spirit to always be combative and always fight against each other. That's why, hence World War I, hence World War II, hence World War III. That's all you hear about is Russia in the U.S. Ezekiel 38:3, give him this message from the sovereign Lord. Gog, I am your enemy. Exactly. Gog, modern day Gog, is those Russians, man, or Putin. Okay? He's your enemy, man. But he's going to use you to take down Babylon, and then he's going to destroy you too. Ezekiel 38:4 in the NLT, I will turn you around and put hooks into your jaws to lead you out with your whole army, your horses and charioteers in full armor, and a great horde armed with shields and swords. Yeah, he's going to put hooks into your jaws. Okay? Meaning he's going to turn you back into that old USSR spirit. To go back in the fight. He kind of kept them in a at bay. You know, he had through everything after the the Cold War and stuff, in the setting up of NATO, he kind of kept Russia right there. But now he put hooks into his jaws and made him now it's time to get ready to fight all over again. This battle's not over. Ezekiel 38:5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya will join you, too, with all their weapons. Yeah, Persia, the Persians, the modern day Persians are those Iranians, those Carmanians. Okay? They're going to be with them. So Persia's not alone. And Russia's not dealing with, you might hear in the news that Duck is messing with Putin, but it's all talk, man. Because we know, according to prophecy, things have to be fulfilled. Okay? You think the Lord's word goes out void? He tells you in Isaiah 55 that it doesn't. Let me grab it. Isaiah 55 in verse 11, it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So it's prospering into the word whereto he sent it, man. Okay? It's going to prosper. It's not going to come out void. They're going to remember their nature, and Russia's going to be a guard unto these nations. But let me look up some news in Iran, see what pops up. Let's see what the top news of the day is. It says Iran, what's this? WION. Iran increasing its stockpile of highly enriched uranium, U.S. general. Let's look at that. Let's see what it says there. It says the head of the U.S. Strategic Command, General Anthony J. Cotton, has said that Iran can produce a nuclear weapon in a span of a week. Exactly. That's why Duck is saying, no, we're going to bomb Iran. So he knows all these things, right? All right? In a week, they should, this is today's news. And due to its work on space launch vehicles, Iran can even reduce the timeline to produce an intercontinental ballistic missile. Exactly, man. Okay? So they can do that. They're with Russia. Russia already has the technology to shoot hypersonic missiles. So they're your enemy, which is Russia, is allies with Iran. So of course they can speed it up. The U.S. general made these statements during a hearing of the Senate Armed Services Committee in Washington, D.C. And General Cotton said that the Islamic Republic of Iran continues to expand its nuclear program by increasing its production of highly enriched uranium and deploying additional advanced centrifuges. Yeah, man. So that's Persia for you. Okay, so that's what the Bible's talking about. And it said Ethiopia. Let's see what Ethiopia. It says Ethiopia's Abiy Ahmed to replace Tigray president amid fears of war. What's going on over there? What's going Ethiopia? So they're going to war with somebody, Eritrea. Okay. And let's see what Libya news is. Let's see, hold on. It gave me something. It says Ethiopia's prime minister asked Tigray region to nominate new leader to ease political tensions. Let me see what their America. I put Ethiopia and America relation. Ethiopia and the United States have strong economic ties with roughly 1.8 billion in two-way trade in goods in 2022. U.S. exports to Ethiopia are dominated by aircraft engines and parts, and Ethiopian exports to the United States feature coffee, garments, and leather products. Let me see. Ethiopia allies. Okay. Foreign relations of Ethiopia refers to, let's see, what alliances? Let's see what nations they're cool with. It says the Ministry of Ethiopia says they're cool with pretty much. Ethiopia participated to UN peacekeeping missions such as the Korean War and Congo crisis. It says Ethiopia is one of the few early African countries admitted to the League of Nations, becoming a member on 28 September 1923 and was one of the founding members of the United Nations during the scramble for Africa. Ethiopia had maintained its full sovereignty over European colonial power and fought with the First Italo-Ethiopian War in 1895-96. However, the League did not protect in accord with the envisaged collective security of the country. So it looks like they're cool with the Europeans, man. Let me make sure, because sometimes allies of Ethiopia. I'm not finding anything. Somalia, Kenya. Yeah, you gotta kind of get into it. But the Lord said He's gonna use Ethiopia too. Okay? Because who's in Ethiopia today? Because you might think of Ethiopia, because everyone's not in their respectful places. Like the modern day Russians are Edomites, but Russia used to belong to Japhet. Okay, so no one's in their respective place. So let's see, modern day. It says modern Ethiopian society, particularly the Amhara, Tigray, and Guraj ethnic groups, have strong ties to the Arab world, with shared Semitic languages and cultural influences, including the Ethiopian Orthodox Tawahedo Church, which has Arabic vocabulary and religious similarities. Exactly. So why wouldn't he be using them again? And let me look up Libya real quick. See what news is in the world. Libya news. Libya. See anything popping up? Nothing's popping up. News. Migrants, occupied Palestinian territory, Haiti, Libya, Mali. Yeah, I ain't saying too much. But whoever he's using in these countries, man, whoever they are today, man, the Lord's going to use them to fight up against that war. Okay? Ezekiel 38:6, it says, Gomer and all its armies will also join you. Now, Gomer's going into Turkey. Okay? They're also going to join. It says, along with the armies of Beth Togarmah from the distant north and many others. Okay? So they're going to be ready to fight, man. That's the time that we're living in. So you got to be in the spirit of knowing these things, man. So you can be prepared. You don't want to be caught off guard. You want to know what the Lord said about these things. Okay, so you can be in the spirit. You got to move in the spirit. You know all these things are happening physically. You got to move spiritually. Gotta stay in the spirit. The times that's coming, man. Just tell you, man, you know, when this place becomes unsown, it's gonna be bad. Because the whole time you've been comfortable. Imagine going from a first world country straight to a third world country, man. A war-torn third world country. And in order to maintain some stability, they're going to introduce the MOTB. At your lowest point, the devil's going to test you, tempt you. Hey, just be a slave, man. They take my RFID microchip. So if you try to rebel against me, hey, man, I just hit you with the cyanide that I put in. Okay? And not only that, but spiritually, you defiled your temple. And the Lord's not dealing with you. And ultimately, the Lord's going to destroy you. So you might be able to eat for a little bit. You might be able to maintain yourself for a little bit. But what is it going to be feeding you? You're going to be eating human meat, bug meat, simpro, roach meat, whatever the hell he's using. So you're going to be more and more defiled, man, trusting in this devil. Then he probably got to constantly jab you up till you put your ass to death. You'll be fully given over to this devil, man. This is why it's better to fight now. It's better to put on your armor now. So prepare yourself for this time. Ezekiel 38:7. Get ready. This is the NLT. Get ready. Be prepared. Keep all the armies around you mobilized and take command of them. A long time from now, you will be called into action. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war and after its people have returned from many lands to the mountains of Israel. Okay, so it's prophesied they're going to go into that land. It might be a time of peace. Okay, that's what Duck's trying to bring it about. It might be a time of peace. We see through all these peace treaties, all these ceasefires, it's only going to be short-lived. Everyone's going to, just to rock you to sleep. This is the prophecy. Ezekiel 38:9. You and all your allies, a vast and awesome army, will roll down on them like a storm and cover the land like a cloud. So they're going to attack Israel. All these different nations, okay? They're going to be coming together. Ezekiel 38:11 in the NLT, you will say, Israel is an unprotected land filled with unwalled villages. I will march against her and destroy these people who live in such confidence. So that's talking about, in the NLT, they're going up. The land of unwalled villages is talking about America. This place is going to get attacked. All right? Why is it an unwalled village? You're going to think, oh, well, Trump got fences around this place. Yeah, but what's that fence going to do to thermonuclear missiles, man? Ain't no blocking that. That's why he's trying to create some iron dome. It's not going to work. It's unwalled. Even if he's successful with creating this false sense of security. It's not. The scriptures tell you that, well, when the sword falls upon, when these missiles fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. That's talking about that Iron Dome. Okay. Let me grab it. I think it's Joel, the 2nd chapter. Joel 2. And 7. Actually, yeah, that's not a 7. So I just start from the top. Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Exactly, man. Blow ye the trumpet. This is the blowing of the trumpet, man. We're trying to warn you of the incoming danger that's coming, this destruction that's coming. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, they have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Exactly, that's going into these people that it's talking about, these thermonuclear missiles. Okay, it's never been like it. Okay, in the history of mankind, this is the most destructive tool ever created. Joel 2 and 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burning. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. Exactly, man. When these missiles start blowing shit up, hey, it ain't gonna be nothing but this place is gonna be utterly destroyed, man. It's gonna be a wilderness, okay, like a desert. It's gonna be a memorial for the wickedness of Esau, okay, for all eternity, never to be inhabited by people, except for these desert creatures that are going to be here. It's going to be inhabited by these desert creatures. Joel chapter 2 and 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Yeah, the appearance of them, they're just like horses, man. Okay, you know, the fire, they're gonna be, he's trying to explain it in a way with the terms that was used back then. He said the appearance of them are like horses, man, traveling. Okay. And he's talking about pretty much the speed of which they're traveling. They're like horses. Okay, he's trying to use, Joel's trying to use, he's seeing a vision, he's trying to use terms that are common to him. You know, he's explaining something that's moving fast. It moves faster than a horse back then in Israel. Okay, that's what he used. And as horsemen, so shall they run. Okay. And they take about 30 minutes to be launched from Russia over here to Babylon. Probably even less than that. 20 minutes. Okay. Joel 2 and 5, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Exactly, man. The way they're in formation when they get shot over here, like a strong people set in battle array. Okay. Joel 2 and 6. Before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. Exactly, man. What are you gonna do in that day when you know these nukes are coming? When you only got 20 minutes to live. 30 at the most. Your face is gonna be in blackness, man. You're gonna be in much pain. Joel 2 and 7, they shall run like mighty men They shall climb the wall like men of war. Exactly that wall. They shall climb it like men of war, man. These flames, this destruction. And they shall march everyone in his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Salakia, the missiles are gonna climb the wall. They're gonna fly over the wall, man. Just like a people. That's why this place is like the land of unwalled villages. Okay? These missiles are gonna get past your walls. Read that again. Joel 2:7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Okay. And they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Exactly. They're not gonna break their ranks. They're not gonna hit one another. They're gonna get to their destination. All right. Joel 2:8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, which is that iron dome, when they fall upon it, they shall not be wounded. They're not going to be destroyed when they get past the iron dome, man. They're not going to break their ranks. They're going to hit where they need. They're going to get to where they need to go. Okay. Going into that land of unwalled villages. Ezekiel 38:12. I will go to those formerly desolate cities that are now filled with people who have returned from exile in many nations. I will capture vast amounts of plunder. The people are rich with livestock, the other possessions. Now they think the whole world revolves around them. Exactly, man. They do think that. He ain't worried about these prophecies. He don't think there's gonna be any consequences to his actions. What's that dude? Something Waltz. Talking mad shit, saying that, pretty much that, he's a fascist, as the world calls it. But that's Esau, man. Esau thinks, hey, I got the sword, I got this power. And whoever got the power, they're the ones who should be ruling. And hey, that's right. You're right. You do have the power now. You got the temporary power. And we're going to have that same, when that power gets in the hands of Israel, hey, that's okay. We're going to feel the same way. We're going to feel the same way. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. He's the one who gave you that power. All right? And that pride has deceived you from understanding that. You think you got here by your own might. You think you're going to implement everything you're doing. The Lord got you doing it on the left-hand side. Ultimately, it's to afflict the elected Israel, man. It's to prove our faith. It's a test. He's using you as the storm. He's using you as the flood, the waters, the wind. That's what Esau is, man. He's using you to bring about his afflictions so he can attack that soul to get the desired outcome. Because his men are like precious stones. They're like gold and silver. And, you got to put it through a furnace to remove the impurities. Well, that's what he's done with the nation of Israel. He put them in these chains of darkness, and he's afflicted them in order to perfect your faith. Okay, so not everyone is going to have their faith, the faith that's going to get them on that chariot. Okay, or no, I can't say that. He's going to have the faith. We're going to see what the Lord is dealing with at the end of the day. The more we get closer and closer to the end, we're going to start to see who the Lord is dealing with. Okay? And I keep saying, the brothers say they're the hopeful elect, man. And we are, man. If you believe, hey, you're part of your hopeful elect, but you got to believe the truth. You can't just believe what somebody tells you. You don't see how wicked this world is. If you don't believe the Bible, then you're a damn fool. And not just believe in whatever this devil tells you. Ezekiel chapter 38:13 in the NLT. But Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish will ask, do you really think the armies you have gathered can rob them of silver and gold? Do you think you can drive away their livestock and seize their goods and carry off plunder? Therefore, son of man, prophesy against God. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord Yahweh. When my people are living in peace in their land, then you will rouse yourself. You will come from your homeland in the distant north with your vast cavalry and your mighty army. And you will attack my people Israel like a cloud at that time in the distant future. I will bring you against my land as everyone watches, and my holiness will be displayed by what happens to you, God. Then all the nations will know that I am the Lord. Yeah, once he uses you to bring about that destruction to Israel, hey, guess what? He gonna fuck you up too. Okay? Because when y'all in the midst of the valley of Jehoshaphat, when it gets bad, man, and before these thermonuclear missiles even hit Babylon, the Lord's gonna deliver his elect, man. He's gonna bring them through the fire. Okay? He said that on the elect, they're gonna scarcely be saved. Okay? So, and he's gonna destroy these heathen nations too. They're gonna be able to watch from the chariots the destruction of Babylon. Okay, if you want to be a part of that number, well, we can be up in the chariot with them, whether we die on this side or not. Okay, we don't know who the elect are, but it will be revealed in these last days. Ezekiel 38 and 17 in the NLT. This is what the sovereign Lord asks. Are you the one I was talking about long ago when I announced through Israel's prophets that in the future I would bring you against my people? But this is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh says. When Gog invades the land of Israel, my fury will boil over. Exactly, man. It's going to boil over, man. There's going to be a lot of destruction in the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's what he's going to bring you over there for, destruction. All living things, Ezekiel 38 and 20 in the NLT, the fish in the sea, the birds of the sky, the animals of the field, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and all the people on earth will quake in terror at my presence. Mountains will be thrown down, cliffs will crumble, walls will fall to the earth. Exactly, man. When you see Yahweh Shai coming, destruction. Okay? I will summon the sword against you on the hills of Israel, says the sovereign Lord Yahweh. Your men will turn their swords against each other. I will punish you and your armies with disease and bloodshed. I will send torrential rain, hailstones, fire, and burning sulfur. Yeah, you're going to do destruction. Okay? You know, you fighting y'all too, man. In this way, I will show my greatness and holiness, and I will make myself known to all the nations of the world. Then they will know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Yeah, then you're going to know that he's the Lord Yahweh when he destroys you. Okay, so we want all these things to come to pass. They all have to happen, man. But before this thermonuclear missile destruction comes, that MOTB is going to come. And that's going to come with a lot of its own issues and problems. Okay, that we're gonna have to get through. All right. So we all gotta prepare ourselves for this battle. Ezekiel 39 and 1 in the NLT. Son of man, prophesy against Gog. Give him this message from the sovereign Lord Yahweh. I am your enemy, O Gog, ruler of the nations of Meshach and Tubal. Exactly, I'm your enemy, man. Yeah, I might be using you. Gave you the thermonuclear missile capability to fight up against your enemies. That's only to bring about everything he's saying. To bring to pass salvation of Israel. Ezekiel 39 and 2, I will turn you around and drive you toward the mountains of Israel, bringing you from the distant north. I will knock the bow from your left hand and the arrows from your right hand, and I will leave you helpless. So you ain't going to be able to do nothing against the Lord. And Russia's not going to be ruling for any time after that. Neither Moab. Okay? All of these nations are going to be destroyed once Babylon's destroyed. All these nations, after Babylon's gone, all these heathen nations, this is a wrap for everybody. The next to rule is Yasharallah, the princes of the power, the true power. Ezekiel 39:4 in the NLT. You and your army and your allies will all die on the mountains. I will feed you to the vultures and wild animals. Exactly, man. You're going to be fed to the wild animals. Okay? So, you know, there's going to be all those dead bodies they're going to eat. I'm trying to think of that precept. Yeah, you're gonna be fed to the wild animals, man. You got a great slaughter in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Let me grab that. I think it's close to Joel. Let me see. Joel chapter 3, verse 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh-Shaphat. Okay, the Valley of Decision. Where you're gonna meet your, you're gonna be destroyed. And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Verse Joel 3:12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So that's what this war is for. So y'all can be judged, okay, for the things you've done to the nation of Israel. Verse 14. Multitudes in the Valley of Decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the Valley of Decision. And the day is near, it's coming. Y'all to be judged. Okay. Joel 3:18, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth out of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Shalakia. That's pretty much it on that. So that's what we're talking about here, man. The Valley of Jehoshaphat. Ezekiel 39:5 in the NLT. You will fall in the open fields, for I have spoken, says the sovereign Lord Yahweh. Yeah, man, you gonna fall. And I will rain down fire on Magog and all your allies who live safely on the coast. Then they will know that I am the Lord. So even Russia's gonna get bombed, but it's not gonna be utterly destroyed. Okay? Like Babylon, like Israel. See, Babylon's not going to be destroyed and not be rebuilt. Israel's going to be destroyed, but it's going to be rebuilt. The other nations are going to get hit, but it's not going to be destroyed. He's pretty much going to, who's that scripture? He's pretty much going to change the land with all this destruction. Continents ain't gonna look the way it looks. Isaiah 24 and let's see, Isaiah 24:21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. Yeah, talking about Esau. He's the one on high. Amalek. Isaiah 24:22, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners. Salaki, I skipped what I'm looking for. Let me start all over. Isaiah 24:19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. Yeah, nah, I should start. I started 17. Isaiah 24:17. Fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth. Okay. Make sure. Okay. Yeah, fear and the pit and the snare are upon the old habits of the earth. Yeah, these thermonuclear missiles, if you ain't delivered from the Lord, you're going to be destroyed. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. Okay, yeah, the foundations of the earth do shake. It's talking about when this place gets destroyed, man, when these thermonuclear missiles, it's gonna cause a great earthquake. Okay, Isaiah 24:19, the earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean, dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly. Yeah, it's gonna be moved exceedingly, okay, from all this destruction. Isaiah 24:20, the earth shall rail to and fro like a drunkard, it shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Exactly, man. Okay. Ultimately, it's talking about Esau, Edom being destroyed. And, you know, it ain't going to be another rebirth. Ain't gonna be no Renaissance period after this. You're going to be destroyed, and that's it. Okay. Ezekiel 39:6 in the NLT. And I will rain down fire on Magog and all your allies who live safely on the coast, when they will know that I am the Lord. In this way I will make known my holy name among my people of Israel. I will not let anyone bring shame on it. And the nations too will know that I am the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. That day of judgment will come, says the Lord, Yahweh, Sovereign Lord, Yahweh. Everything will happen just as I have declared it. Exactly, man. Everything will happen just as he's declared it. Just like he said in Isaiah 55, man, my voice shall not go out void. So these missiles, these these wars, and all of it's gonna happen, man. Babylon's gonna be destroyed. Okay. Ezekiel 39, keep going on that. 7. In this way I will make in verse 9. Ezekiel 39:9 in NLT. Then the people in the towns of Israel will go out and pick up your small and large shields, bows and arrows, javelins and spears, and they will use them for fuel. There will be enough to last them 7 years. Okay. Yeah, so all your tools, all your guns, they're gonna be burnt up, man. They're gonna melt it. Okay? They won't need to cut wood from the fields or forests, for these weapons will give them all the fuel they need. They will plunder those who plan to plunder them, and they will rob those who plan to rob them, says the foreign Lord. Ezekiel 39. Let me grab that. It's a lot here. Ezekiel 39 and but they will burn the weapons with fire. So I'm reading this in Ezekiel 39:10 in the KJV. So that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest, for they shall burn the weapons with fire. And they shall spoil those that spoil them, and rob those that rob them, saith the Lord Yahweh. So I guess that's a way of them getting rid of these weapons. It's lucky I can't find my notes on that precept. I gotta look back into that. Ezekiel 39:11, and I will make a vast graveyard for Gog and his hordes. This is in KJV. In the valley of the travelers, east of the Dead Sea. It will block the way of those who travel there, and they will change the name of that place to the valley of Gog's hordes. Okay, so this is the valley of Ham and Gog in the KJV. It will take 7 months for the people of Israel to bury the bodies and cleanse the land. Yeah, we ain't gonna be burying no bodies, man. Y'all gonna be burying the bodies. Okay? From the destruction. Any bodies that are there, any bones, you're gonna be picking them up. Everyone in Israel will help, for it will be a glorious victory for Israel. When I demonstrate my glory on that day, says the Lord, says the sovereign Lord Yahweh. After 7 months, teams of men will be appointed to search the land for skeletons to bury, so the land will be made clean again. Whenever bones are found, a marker will be set up, so the burial crews will take them to be buried in the valley of God. Okay? There's going to be continual employment after this war. I'm going to end it right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Washai, Bahashem, Wachach, Wadash. Shalom, or Baba Bon, Kwam Yasharab.